Good day. My name is Zack Miller, and I'm the author of Anomaly, How to Finally Stand Out from the Crowd. For the last few days, I've been reading Anomaly, How to Finally Stand Out from the Crowd. Sometimes I call it Anomaly, HTFSOFTC, because I don't want to say it all out loud. And today, I'm going to continue reading. I got my handy-dandy bookmark, so I know where to go, which is not always there, so I have to remember what I read last. Continue following along because it's fun reading to you. This is Chapter 8, the follow-up. We'll call this Part 1, Chapter 8. The follow-up. In Spanish, el follow-upo. Clearly, I did not pass that. Step 3 is to follow up and provide value. Now, if you're actually listening to these like out of sequence, you should probably listen to them in order. I mean, I don't know. It could be probably pretty fun to read Anomaly out of order. Maybe that's the way I should have recorded this. Ooh. Read Anomaly out of order and see what happens. By out of order, I mean like start with chapter 31, then go to 4, then go to 1, then go to 13, and then blah, 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 blah. That'd be fun. Step 3 is to follow up and provide value. Once you have a prospect or a new relationship and a means to contact them, you're at step 3. In Spanish, step tres. It's one of the most important steps in your funnel. It's the follow-up, where you provide additional value and supplemental information. How many times have you met someone new, signed up for an email list, or subscribed to a newsletter and never received anything after all? I'd be willing to bet that a large percentage of people you meet at networking events never contact you afterwards. People get lazy. They think the contact information alone is the gold mine. Sorry, it's not. No bueno. I wanted to test this assumption. I host a TV show for ABC in my area, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Virginia. I attended a local networking group and pitched who I was to the group of 75 people. Mind you, these 75 people were target customers for me, since the number one question I am asked is how to get more customers, visitors, leads, exposure, or revenue, aka the dollar bills, y'all. I provided something of significant value to the group. I said, I stood up and I was like, hi, I'm Zack Miller. I would love to have each of you on my TV show for free of charge to promote your business and let the area know who you are and what you do. Please reach out to me so we can schedule. Now, this is where we do a poll to figure out how many people do you guys think actually signed up for that poll? How many? I'm interested in your thoughts. So in the comments or tweet me at Zack Miller. Like, how many people do you think actually took me up for that offer? Tweet me at Zack Miller Says. Find me at Zack Miller Says everywhere. Subscribe everywhere. Zack Miller Says. I mean, it's just fun. So think about this for a second. 75 prospects in a room, and I can provide each of them with more exposure. I mean, that's pretty much what people want, right? How many people do you think reached out to me? You'll probably be shocked, absolutely bamboozled, as I was to find out that not a single one contacted me to take me up on this offer. Not one of those 75 became the Anomaly. They missed out on an opportunity to get in front of my 25,000 weekly viewers, not to mention all the additional marketing that could have been done for the coming years by continued promotions. Not to mention, still to this day, when I say this part right here, people go absolutely bonkers. Like, absolutely bonkers on this part. That it's still true. Like, people actually have never actually followed up from me for this. And I don't understand why. It was so easy. Hi, Zack, I want more money, but I'm not willing to actually do anything to get it. That's what I hear when I see that. So don't be lazy. How do you make sure your follow-up is strong? Well, you go to the gym, but the gym of business. You listen to me, of course. While connecting with your prospect, take a mental note about the topics you discussed, or immediately follow your interactions. Take a note on the back of their business card, or add it to the notes section of your contact profile in your phone. You know, like go to your phone and like type notes in there. That's like that's what you guys do all day anyway, so it should be easy. The key here is to remember the topics you discuss so you can mention it later. It's not the topic that matters, but making sure you have a solid conversation with them and can recall its highlights. As mentioned earlier, most of the time it's better if you start by creating a relationship. What I mean by it's not the topic, I mean like I would rather you find something that is meaningful to create a real relationship with people than just trying to stay on topic of something that you've predetermined every single time. Instead, find a similarity, find a trend that you guys both have, and communicate about that. That's it. Here's an example. If while talking with your prospective client, they mentioned they wanted to improve their copywriting skills, take time to research some of the top copywriting tips and follow up with this simple email message. The subject line could be, hey, nice to meet you. And instead of just, hey, nice to meet you, I'd say, hey, nice to meet you, Johnny John. In the body, which is like the body, the actual text of the email. Their name, Johnny John. It was awesome to meet you at the XYZ event. I'm glad we were able to chat about whatever you guys talked about. You had mentioned you were looking to improve your copywriting skills. When I got back to my office, I did some research and found blank, insert that link or something about it. This article, I thought it might be helpful. Have a great day. Your name. Yes. Okay, that's it for that's what you should write. Yes, it's that simple. Email should be short, sweet, and to the point. How short? Write your email text message length. They're mobile, reading on the run, and have zero interest in too long didn't read. If you read your message and say, wow, this is a lot, reread it and make sure you don't overwhelm them. Now, there's a time and place for a longer, more detailed email, but not at this point in the sales funnel. Keep it simple and to the point. Most people make their emails way too long anyway, and it's ridiculous. Like, get to the point. What am I reading? Do I even need to be getting this email? Like, don't just email someone and say, hey, and that's it. Like, do more than that, but not too much more. More often than not, this will create new conversations between you and your prospects, and that is exactly what you want to happen. Creating a relationship with so many people as you can is a strong strategy to succeed in business and life. Because the more people you know, the more potential for opportunities to come your way. It's important to follow up with a new contact within 24 hours in order to get that relationship moving forward. If you promised a visitor on your website something for your call to action in step 2, get it to them in less than 24 hours. You can do it manually by receiving a notification, but it's a lot easier to automate the process. Once they opt in or agree to provide their contact information in exchange for your offer, you can have your email marketing platform do everything for you. As you get started, there are many free versions of email marketing platforms. As you grow your email list or add additional context to the list, the pricing goes up. But if you're following these steps and turn your new prospects into customers, you should be able to afford the increase in cost. So basically, like, let's say you did a webinar and the people were watching on Facebook, and you said comment something in the comments. And if you write that word, like if you in the comments you write anomaly here, like if you write the words anomaly, I'll send you something. I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. Right. But if I was to do that, then manually you would go and scroll through all the people that said it, and then you would send them that thing that you did. However, if you have them go to like a website or they are able to put in their contact information somewhere via like an email, like a mass email provider, like a MailChimp or an ActiveCampaign or a Meet Edgar or things like that, Constant Contact, then when they put in their email, there are ways that trigger actually will then immediately send them a message if you told the email campaign to do that. So there's a way that you can do it manually, automated, whatever. The worst thing you can do is to obtain a visitor, get them to opt in, and never send them what you promised. I mean, that happens all the time. Once the visitor subscribes, send the material immediately to their email inbox. Ideally, you'll have this step automated so you don't even have to think about it. That's what we just talked about. A tool built to help visitors talk to a human or sometimes a robot, scary, is a chat box which can be automatically added to your site. They trigger when the visitor takes a specific action, like spends an extended period of time on your site or clicks on 3 pages. The chatbot pops up and asks if your visitor has questions. In the real world, this is similar to a shopping in a retail environment and having an employee see you and say, hello. They probe to see what you're looking for or if there's something that they can help you with, right? So a lot of these digital things are just in-person scenarios digitally. So look at the things that you're at, like in a store, and figure out the digital version of how to do that. Most of these online techniques, I literally just said this. This is funny. Remember, I haven't read this book in a year. My book, I haven't read it in a year. In its full capacity like this. Most of these online techniques are simply in-person concepts with a digital twist. How annoying is it to search a website for a specific link and you can't find it? The chat box helps since the person running it knows the answer. It's a tool that helps you communicate directly with your audience to learn what they're looking for. The next time you go to a website and get hit with one of these actions, you'll know you're in someone's step 2. Also, it's just good to freaking communicate with people, right? Like, I'm over the fact that people are so lazy. Like, if you want to win in business, stop being lazy, communicate with people. Like, communicate. The point to realize is that it doesn't matter how many leads, prospects, or potential clients for which you have contact information. If you don't follow up, then nothing is going to happen, period. So you could have 1,000 people's contact information, and if you never talk to them, it doesn't matter. Speaking of which, I got some work to do today, I guess. I'm going to find an old box and reach out to some people. An old box of business cards. Why not? I mean, that's what my book just told me to do. Roadmap. Follow up with everyone you meet. No questions asked. Collect notes on the conversations you have with new relationships. Look, we meet these people. There's no reason not to communicate with them. It's pretty simple. You meet someone, say hello. Say hello a lot. A lot. That's chapter 8. Next, chapter 9. I think Ocho 9, yes. I'm going to read the rest of this in Spanish, which means I'm not going to read anymore. All right, chapter 9, here we go.